We're going to be making the French bread with the sponge. This is the sponge. And then every other ingredient, and this one is sped up, right? So we don't want to over mix or mix it too high of a speed. So at speed 1. After 2 minutes, I'm checking the gluten, right? Doing the window pane test. No good. Put it back in. And again, that's sped up, so still speed 1. So 4 minutes, that first part of the intensive mix. And then this one was speed 3 on the 10-speed mixer, so we really shouldn't go over speed 3. This one I used the all-purpose flour, but we were able to get a pretty good amount of gluten developed with that. So if you're using the bread flour, that would be even thinner, that window pane. Make sure we always wrap as we ferment, so the bulk fermentation. I'm just kind of showing you how fluffy it is. So yeah, we're kind of expelling the air. Always cut the dough, never tear it. So what we're looking for is tension, and this is just to show you what that tension looks like. It's important to get that, so as it proofs, it's going to give the right size, of the bread. So this is another just kind of a demo on how to achieve the tension. So a lot of times when we at first kind of do that hand roll with the dough, it's just kind of rolling around, but the purpose is to form that tension on top. So we wouldn't do it this way. This is just me showing you that I don't need to touch the top to make sure that tension is achieved. So there's a few ways we can get there, right, to roll the roll, if you will. But every time we do it, we want to have it nice and tight. So this one kind of slowed down. So I feel like I should have put a black Sharpie on top so you can see that top is almost always there. Yeah, so we can kind of fold the dough to start, little flour on there, so you can see that it's kind of going that counterclockwise motion as opposed to just rolling wherever. And then the more it rolls, the more tension right from that gluten is achieved, and that's really what we're looking for. A little bit faster, and then there you go. So we have the tension. It's achieved. And I just kind of keep showing a couple different ways. This one's more real life, full speed. So another thing that we're going to look at is you can over, so that was fine right there, but I kept on going. So I over rolled the dough, so it started tearing. You can see that. That's the gluten overworked, overstretched, so it starts breaking. And I'm going to show, so that's not the same dough. This is how to do the baguette. But I'm showing what happens when we don't roll it properly. There's a difference in the outcome of the bread. So with this one, I have a little bit of flour on the bottom. I'm going to kind of fold it over again, creating that tension. So if you're doing the full-size French loaf or baguette, that'll be about 18 ounces, so this one's about a third of that. So it'll be a little bit smaller, but right now that I'm kind of rolling and tucking, again, it's all based on the tension. So we look pretty good there. Everybody's proofed. So I showed 2 ways to score. You can see the serrated knife's kind of dragging a little bit. It's not a clean cut. And then the next round, that's the overworked dough. So there's 3 regular loaves, nice and smooth, and then this one is the gluten strands have broken. So here I'm getting a nice clean slice, and you can notice the size difference between the 3 regular rolls. Sorry about my focus job, but the one with the gluten, you can see how the one on the end it's not as tall. So these are the inside. Go ahead and have fun making tension.